Recording? Oh boy. Welcome everybody back to... Hello everyone and welcome to video blog number 13, I think. 13, lucky number 13 here. Today we got a special guest, straight from Scotland like these last few have been. We have Lassi here and he's been helping us with all and everything there can be helped with. It's about... Man, what's up with me? Lassi's been helping us with everything that he possibly can in regards to Campus MovieFest. He set up a whole bunch of stuff here. He's got Rogue Productions, the film group here on campus. They've been helping out in every way possible, making banners, doing advertising, marketing. And so we're just going to talk with him a little and see sort of what Campus MovieFest means to someone across the Atlantic, and just to get a little bit more insight into the European mindset in regards to Campus MovieFest. So stay tuned and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.
Well, my name is Lassi Valkonen. What am I? Student ambassador. So I'm sort of running, head of the running of Campus MovieFest on the Scottish side. I originally sort of, I suppose, came in touch with Campus MovieFest when it was still iMovie in 2003. And I participated in the event itself and made a movie with my friends. And it got showcased on the night, so that was really good. So the second year I made a movie again, and this year I'm organising the event itself. Well, from my personal experience, I could say that what's most appealing about Campus MovieFest has to really be the ease of the software package itself. The people I've been speaking to this year who are sort of familiar with the event say that, oh no, I don't have time for that this year. That they sort of understand how long it takes to edit even a 5-minute movie, but then with the iMovie software and all of the sort of the help that you get from the Campus MovieFest support group, it really is fairly simple to get a 5-minute movie done, even sort of in a week. Well, I'm from Finland myself. Both my parents are Finnish, but I've moved around a lot. So I lived down in England for a while, and then out in Asia for quite a few years as well. I've always studied in sort of a British education system, and my sister studied at Edinburgh University during her undergrad, so I got to visit Scotland several times. And when it came for me to go to higher education, it boiled down to either probably Edinburgh or St Andrews, and I just chose St Andrews because of my degree choice. Well, first of all, I think the primary one would be with the mythology behind the haggis. I would say. I mean, most people seem to think that it's just what sheep's intestines shoved into a stomach and then boiled, or however it's prepared. But it really actually is a small creature, and you can see it running around in the gardens every now and then. It's on the streets of St Andrews. It's like our local armadillo going around. Yeah, they're sort of like a maroon colour, but then you also get kind of a chestnut tint in their fur sometimes. I personally don't have any stereotypical views, but I suppose they would be of loud, obnoxious people, and you guys really don't fit that description at all. Oh yes, very sexy. I almost have an American accent, so I'm half sexy, but you guys are...
We're full on sexy.
Obviously, just doing it over one filming week as opposed to the 2 filming weeks that we had in past years, we only have about sort of around 50 teams signed up this year. But that's still really good, seeing as how you guys were able to bring over enough equipment to easily sort of handle 50 teams, whereas in 2004, I believe we had about 79 teams, closing in on 80 teams, and even though that was split over 2 weeks, we still had to sort of get teams to share cameras, share equipment, essentially. But in terms of like the excitement and stuff, people have been asking for about a year and a half. Questions like, when's Campus MovieFest going to be on next? And so there's been a lot of excitement. But then now that the equipment's been handed out, I really don't have any scope or scale of it, because when I was participating, obviously we were making the movie, so it was easy to know that something was going on. But now, because it's this slow lull between when the equipment was given out and when the movies are handed in, it's hard to sort of judge whether or not people are out there having fun. But I've heard rumours about good films being made, so I'm looking forward to Monday. Well, Rogue Productions essentially started off about 5 or 6 years ago, and its aim has always been to encourage student or independent filmmaking within the student community. A few years ago, there were only a few films being made, so it was only sort of the really hardcore members who were essentially the committee of the society itself, who were making their movies. But last year, for example, we were able to have a showcase in May called Half Cut Film Festival, and we had about 6 or 7 or 8 movies being made. We had a total of about 2.5 hours of film, and so it was really good, and we hope to do that again next year. Honestly speaking, it's slightly a different environment because St Andrews is such a small campus town, and we only have, 6,000 students and 50 teams, 60 teams participating, whereas in the States, I heard that some of the guys had spent $800 on one of their movies, which I don't think students here might do that readily. Generally, I think the themes for a lot of the movies have been slightly more, I suppose, insular, but still, I mean, so quite a few of the movies have featured sort of in-jokes from St Andrews, and they've gone down really well with the crowd. But then the movies that were sort of the top 3, top 4 of the showcased films in 2004, they still had quite a lot of potential, and they had enough style to sort of pull themselves away from that sort of St Andrews bubble that we have here sometimes. Hopefully they'll be better than, or at least sort of, on par with the ones, with the best ones in the States. So we'll just have to wait until Monday to see. So that's about it from me, and hopefully, who's on next? Maybe next blog we could feature some stuff with deep fried Mars bars.
There we go.
Something like that, or
Yeah.
maybe some haggis creatures with the chestnut fur. So that's it from me. Good night or goodbye, USA.